Okay, so welcome to GuruFocus. So today we will open a tutorial session in which you can learn about our website and its features. Yeah, so in front of me right now is our homepage, which allows you to look at several things on our website, ranging to the latest Guru trades, and then we also have an article section, and then an insider trends section, and several other things that you can do with your subscription. We have a blue ribbon which allows you to look at all of our features grouped into different categories. So for example, if you want to look at our screeners, we have a screeners tab for it, and then we also have a tab which allows you to look at Guru trades and then Guru lists, and then the Insiders tab allows you to look at the stocks that are bought by insiders like company board directors and C-level employees, and then the market valuation. The market valuation methods include things like the Buffett indicator, and then we also have a yield curve, and then we also have the economic indicators overview, which allows you to look at information on more than 5,000 indicators ranging from crude oil prices to commodity prices and foreign exchange rates. And then the industry overview pages allow you to see what type of industry performance data we have for medians. And then if you have any questions, you can enter them in the YouTube session called live chat. So if you have any questions, you can just write them in the live chat box. Okay, good. So, do y'all have like a specific place that y'all want to start with? So, do you like to know more about screeners or Guru trades? Yes. Okay. So let's start with the most popular features for our website, starting with the screeners section. We have something called stock ideas. Yes, the screeners are some of our most popular features on our website. We have something called stock ideas, which allows you to start from a popular screen. Each of our value screeners are broken down into categories. So if you want to look at the most popular screeners, we have a Ben Graham NetNet screen, we have an undervalued predictable screen, and then we also have the Buffett Munger screen. Okay, yeah, so we have some questions. How current are the Guru trades? Yeah, so the Guru trades are broken down into several types of trades. We have one set of trades, which is the standard quarterly picks. If you want to look at the latest stock picks of Gurus, we have something under the Gurus tab. And then the Gurus page just allows you to look at the latest Guru picks. If you see a clock symbol next to one of the stock tickers on the latest Guru picks, then that just means that it is a real-time pick. And then the main difference between the quarterly picks and the real-time picks is that quarterly picks are done through the 13F filings that gurus have to release every 45 days after the quarter ends. So that's the deadline for the 13F filings. For real-time picks, which are the trades that are done through 13D, 13G, and then the SEC Form 4 filings, the deadline for those trades are 2 weeks. So it'll be a little bit, it'll be more real time than the quarterly picks. And so another question, the growth section. Okay, so let's say that we look at Apple, for example, on the stock summary page. One of our key features for the stock summary page is we have this GF score feature. The GF score feature considers 5 different rankings, which include profitability, the GF value rank, the momentum rank, the financial strength rank, and then the growth rank. So let's just focus on the growth rank parts. So these growth rates here, which include the 3-year revenue growth rate. The 3-year revenue growth rate, if you want to know more about how a term is defined, we have a definitions page. For example, let's say that we look at revenue per share, and then the revenue per share term page will allow you to see that the growth rankings. So during the past 3 years, the average revenue growth rate for Apple is 20% per year. So basically the growth rates are annual rates on average. And then also the growth ranking. So the growth rank, basically how the growth rank works is that the growth rank measures the growth of a company in terms of the revenue and the profitability. And then so basically the higher the growth rank, it's on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest growth, and then 1 will be the lowest growth. Okay, and then so back to the all-in-one screeners. One of our key features that we have on the website is the all-in-one screener. So the all-in-one screener, sometimes it'll give you a little tutorial that you can use that just gives you some key things about how to use the screener. So there's the screen section, and then there's also the regions, and then we also have the filters section, and then you can select your view, and then we can just do a simple screen to run an example of how to find stocks that have good growth. We have several predefined screens under GuruFocus screens. So if you want, so basically we have screens where if you want to look at fast growth companies, the fast growers are the stocks that have very high growth rates. And also if you want to start with a predefined screen, you can also start looking at stocks that have high quality, for example. So when you click on a screen, let's say that you click on GuruFocus screens and select high quality, the all-in-one screener will then show you that the high it'll pre-select the filters for the high quality screen. You can then add other screening filters to the screener. So for example, for example, the high quality screen also contains some filters on revenue growth rates and the EPS growth rates. So this 5-year means that the average revenue growth rate per year is over the past 5 years. The high quality screener requires that the growth rate be at least 5%. So basically, if you want to screen for stocks that have a very high growth rank, for example, there is this growth rank filter, and then let me just let me just show you now that the growth rank filter allows you to select, say that you want to look at stocks with a growth rank of at least 9 out of 10. And so basically so the growth rank is one of the key components for the GF score. The GF score basically is a combination of 5 total ranks. There's financial strength, profitability, and then growth, and then momentum, and then GF value. So the GF value rank is based on the price to GF value measure. And then our research says that GF value, our research suggests that we want stocks to be about modestly undervalued. Yeah, because if a stock is significantly undervalued, then there is a possibility of the stock being a possible value trap. So possible value trap, think twice, is for the companies that look very undervalued, but either in the long-term trend of business decline or in financial distress. So usually if a stock is significantly undervalued, that's why sometimes the GF value rank will not be as high. So one classic example of a stock that that has a very low valuation based on the GF value score. Yeah, so for example, Alibaba, it's significantly undervalued based on the GF value, but the GF value rank is just a 2 out of 10 because the value is just very low. So back to the screener. If you want to also screen for stocks that have a high GF score, let's say 90 or above, and then after that, you can then save the screen by clicking the Save button here. Yeah, right there. Yes, and then you can then just name the screen, for example, like high quality, high growth GF score screen. And then one thing that you can do when you save a screener is that you can set email alerts for the screen by clicking the email alert button. So when you do the screener email alerts, it will just tell you if there are new stocks making your screen. And then make sure that you click the Save button to save the screen. And then after that, you will be able to then show the screen under My Screens. So the screen that we created under My Screens is the high quality, high growth GF score screen. And then another thing that you can do in the all-in-one screener is that you can also create a customized fields. You can also create your own customized views in the all-in-one screener. So let's say that you also want to add some other valuation ratio filters like the PE ratio, and then you can, so another thing is if you want to just focus on the stocks that are modestly undervalued, so this button just adds the things to the view. And then if you want to filter the stocks so that you only look at the stocks that are undervalued or modestly undervalued, then you can also add a filter saying that I just want stocks that are modestly undervalued. And then we can then update our all-in-one screener by editing the screen and then saving it. Okay, so that's going to update the screen, and then after that, you'll then be able to so these are the stocks that we have listed in our all-in-one screener. And then one feature that we have one of our key features for the all-in-one screener is the backtesting feature, which allows you to backtest the strategy. So let's say that you want to rank the stocks, then we'll just rank by GF score descending, and then the backtesting premium members can screen for stocks over the past 5 years, and then premium plus members, the backtesting goes all the way to 2006. And then 12-month rebalances. So probably so basically you'll then be able to see the stocks from each backtesting period, and then you'll be able to then see the performance and the charts. Okay, so that's a good introduction to the all-in-one screener. If y'all do have any other questions about the screeners? Okay, so so let's move on to the gurus. So the gurus, we have the real-time picks of gurus, which just allows you to track the guru trades over the past couple weeks based on the 13D and 13G filings. And then most of the guru portfolios are about to come out as the third quarter reporting period. The deadline to report third quarter portfolios is 45 days after the quarter ends, and it means that the 13F portfolios, most of the 13F portfolios have started coming out. So if you look at the latest Guru Picks page, you'll be able to see which gurus have been releasing portfolios. And then you can then click on one of those gurus. Okay, yes, you'll be able to click on one of those gurus, and then it will take you to the guru summary page. So for example, let's say that we look at Ken Fisher. Ken Fisher's summary. Okay. Yeah. It's probably some lag. Anyways, if you scroll down the guru summary page, you will be able to see some key information. Like you'll be able to see like the top holdings, and then the top stock picks, and then a sector breakdown. So sector breakdown just allows you to see which of the sectors have a high weight in the equity, in the 13F equity portfolio. So for example, for Ken Fisher, this guru files 13 Fs. So that's how we know that this is a 13F guru. And then after we look at the sector breakdowns, we also have something called the industry breakdowns, which allows you to look at the breakdown based on the industry. So for example, based on the sector. So for example, if you want to look at the breakdown for technology, you'll be able to see how the technology sector is broken down to the industries like software, and then the semiconductors, and then the hardware. Yeah, so then another, yes, and then for each of the guru pages, we have the stock picks tab, where stock picks tab just allows you to look at the top trades. Yes, and so for example, for Ken Fisher, we can see that some of the trades that he made include reductions in Tencent and Alibaba. If you click on this chart icon, you will be able to see the holding history chart. Sometimes the page, I'm just gonna refresh the page. Is there a way to find gurus with certain market caps? Okay, so I'd like to I want to see all guru trades in the small caps. Okay, yes, we have something called sector picks. So sector picks, as the page shows, these are the guru stock picks by sector and market cap. If you want to set the range for the small caps, so for example, these are, you can break down the guru trades by the market cap. So now this page here now shows the guru stock picks by the sector, by the small cap stocks. And then also, if you want to look at just the stocks that are buys or ads, you can also just say that you want just the buys or the ads, or you can also do just the sells and then the reductions. And then you can also then narrow the sector picks by sector. So for example, if you want to just only look at the picks in the technology sector, for example. Yeah, so these are now, this list now shows the trades by gurus in the small caps technology stocks. So that's another, place that you can search for gurus. Yeah, guru trades. So anyway, yeah. Okay, so going back to the group pages. So the stock picks, so stock picks just allows you to see the latest trades by the guru, and then the current portfolio allows you to then see which are see the trades for a particular holding. Yeah, see the trades for a particular portfolio period. Okay. Any more questions on the gurus? Okay, so moving on from the gurus, we also have several other features in which we look at insider trades. Excuse me. So insider trades are trades that are made by company board directors and then the chief and then C-level employees. So for example, if you want to look at CEO buys and the chief financial officer buys, we have separate tabs for those. And then if you want to look at insider cluster buys, for example, we also have a page that allows you to screen for stocks that are broadly held, are broadly purchased by insiders. The main difference between the number of insider buys and then the number of unique insider buys is that the number of unique insider buys tracks each of the insiders as just one, regardless of how many insider trades the insiders made. And the number of insider buys just gives you the total number of insider buys made within the past 3 months. Okay, and so the question regarding the manual of stocks for premium versus premium plus users. The manual of stocks is works like this. So the premium members can download the manual of stocks for the S&P 500 companies. So basically it covers all of the 500 companies trading on the S&P 500, and then each company has one page. And then the Premium Plus members, they can download the manual of stocks by sector and region, or by region and market cap, or by country and market cap. Yeah, so basically the manual of stocks, premium members can download the manual of stocks for the S&P 500, and then Premium Plus members, they can download the manual of stocks for different sectors and different regions. So that's basically the main difference between Premium and Premium Plus for the manual of stocks side. And then if you want to we also have a pricing page that just allows you to, yeah, thank you, yeah, my pleasure. Yeah, so basically the pricing page, we sh- we show that we show we give a little we give some details in which you compare the premium features and then the premium plus features. Yeah, so the main features that are premium plus features are the 8,000 institutional investors, 13F holdings. Yeah, so premium covers most of the well-known gurus, and then premium plus also allows you to view some trades for some of the smaller investing firms. And then another major feature that we have for Premium Plus members, and yeah, so Premium members can use up to 2,000 queries per region per month for features like the Excel add-in and the API. So the Excel add-in just allows you to download our GuruFocus data directly into an Excel spreadsheet. So how the Excel add-in works is that when you download the Excel add-in to Excel, you'll be able to then insert a formula. So if you click the Insert Formula button, you'll be able to retrieve the Excel data directly into the spreadsheet. So for example, let's say that we want the revenue per share data for Apple for each year from 2010 to 2021, and then we can also do annual data, or you can also do quarterly data, and then you basically can select the period, and then show date allows you to retrieve the dates if you set it to yes. And then orientation, you can either do the data as a row or you can also do it as a column. And then sort order, if you do it ascending, that means the data will be done from oldest to newest, and then descending means it will be newest to oldest. And then you'll be able to insert the formula that way. Yes, and also one thing that you can do with the Excel add-in is use cell references. So for example, let's say that you want to change the stock ticker used for the revenue per share calculation. So instead of entering the stock ticker as Apple, you can enter a cell reference. So for example, if I make a cell reference A1, then in cell A1 I can then change the stock ticker. So let's say I change the stock ticker to IBM to get the price and the revenue per share. Yeah, so instead of revenue per share, the cell reference is now A5. And then if I want to instead do operating margin as a different example, then it will change to operating margins. Okay. Do y'all have any other questions about how to do insider trades or market data and economic indicators data? Yes, yes, and also in the all-in-one screener, you can also narrow the results by market cap in the all-in-one screener as well. So let's say, so if you want to limit the stocks based on market cap, so for example, if you want to just only look at the small cap companies, you can also change the market cap in the all-in-one screener. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, so most of the other tools that we have on the website include things like the so 30-year financial pages with customization. Yes. If you so one key feature that we have on the 30-year financials page, can we call any data in Excel? Yes. Yeah, growth rates. Yes. Yes. Yes, we have a full formula reference for the GuruF. Yeah, so let me so right here basically this formula reference just allows you to see what data we have for the GuruF. And so for example, let's say that you also want to retrieve the growth rates in Excel. Yeah, so we'll just use this cell reference for IBM, and then we will go ahead and we can do so we'll just say like growth rates, or just growth rate. So revenue. So I guess 3-year revenue per share growth rate. So basically you can retrieve any calculation in Excel. Okay. So going back to the 30-year financials page. So the 30-year financials page, you can also customize the layout for the 30-year financials page by selecting the add view. And then if you want to add a view to the list, so let's say that we create a test view, and then in the section order, so the section editor just allows you to control which sections that you want to show, and then you can also arrange the sections. So let's say that so for example, let's say that you want income statement and balance sheet data at the top, or if you and then also if you want to see and also you can also say that you just only want the income statement and balance sheet. So this will just save the view. Okay, and then about so then it will save the view. And so could you elaborate on how the GF value is calculated? Yeah, so basically how the GF value is calculated is basically the GF value captures three key things. We look at historical multiples, like the price earnings ratio, the price sales ratio, price to book ratio, and then the price to the free cash flow. And then we also do some internal adjustments factors based on the company's past returns and growth. And then we also look at future estimates of the business performance. So basically how the GF value works, it is like the Peter Lynch value method, but instead of just doing price earnings, we look at other historical multiples, and then we also consider past returns and growth. So yeah. And then so basically for the 30-year financials page, another way that you can customize the 30-year financials page is when you edit the view. So you can edit you can change the test. You can also rearrange the sections of the 30-year financials page. So for example, if you want to remove certain fields from the 30-year financials page, you can just uncheck the box. So you'll be able and then there's also a place that you can add customized fields into the 30-year financials page. So these are all the customized filters, and then at the bottom there's also some operating data. And then if you want to search for a particular field in the 30-year financials page, you can also search for it directly by clicking search for field. Okay. So let me just come here. So I was looking, so let me find the 3-year revenue, 3-year revenue growth rate per share. I think it's probably changed now. So let me just write 3-year revenue growth rate. So so this is so you can retrieve the growth rates in Excel, and then if you want to also do, for example, the operating margin growth rate. So the 5-year operating margin growth rate. So yeah, sometimes if you see busy, that just means that it's just loading the data. So that's the operating margin growth rate for IBM. Okay. Any other questions for the Guru pages, insider trades, and then the tools like Excel add-in and Google Sheets? So basically Google Sheets is like the Excel add-in in the sense that the Google Sheets use the allows you to retrieve the data using Guru F and Guru G and then Guru E and Guru I commands. Yeah, so it so for example, let me so for example, if you're let's say that we have a Google Sheet. So I'm just gonna show you a sample GuruF template that yeah. So for both the Excel add-in and the Google Sheets, we have all of these pre-made templates that allow you to retrieve data based on particular templates. For example, we have a stock summary template, and then we have a 30-year financials template, 30-year financials template, and then the fair value calculator template is the one that replicates the DCF calculator. Yeah, the DCF calculator on the website. So to access the templates for either the Google Sheets and the Excel add-in, there's something called Explore Templates. So if you click on the Explore Templates button, you'll be able to view and download all of the templates that we have on our spreadsheet. And then we also have the templates available to download on the Excel add-in as well. So these are the available templates for the Excel add-in. No. This is So James is So this is James running the tutorial sessions. I'm just one of Dr. Tian's analysts, so assistants. So yeah. Yes. Yeah. I know. Do you have a way of finding the mean and median on the 30-year financials? Directly on the 30-year financials page, Um, yes, that's something that we can probably suggest adding. But so for now, if you want to calculate the mean and the median, yes, one place that you can calculate the mean and the median for the 30-year financials is that if you so the Excel add-in templates. So definitely, one way that you can do the mean and medians on the 30 on the for the 30-year financials page is that if you download the 30-year financials template, you can do some you can do a mean calculation for the 30-year financials page. Oh, and then also to do this and then also on the stock summary page, another feature that we have added for the stock summary page is that you can customize the layout for the stock summary page. So let's say that, for example, you want to focus on particular sections. So for example, let's say that you want to focus on growth rank. If you want to move the growth rank to the top of the summary page, you can say, yes, you can add the growth rank to the top. And then you can also then pin the growth rank section to your quick access toolbar. So this thing down here is the quick access toolbar, which allows you to select the sections that you want to have easy access to. And then so for example, and then if you want to focus on the guru trades and insider trades, you can also move them to the top, so that if you want to see the guru trades and insider trades up at the top of the summary page, you can just put those sections to the top. And regarding the subscriptions, regarding the subscriptions, do I need to pay for each region? Yes. So on the pricing page, if you want to subscribe for the US and Australia, for example, then you would simply just say that I want to subscribe for the US and Australia regions. And then for each additional region that you subscribe to, you get there's a $100 discount. And we think this is probably something called a bundle discount. Okay, one more thing for the summary page that we also have is the ability to add interactive charts to the page. If you click on the add component, and then you can say I want to add a chart. So see that there's a chart option. If you click on add, it's gonna show a default price chart, and then you can also say I want to add another chart, and then you can then click the config button to you can click on config, and this will allow you to then select the interactive chart that you wish to add to the stock summary page. So for example, let's say that you want to add a predictability chart that just allows you to graph the revenue and EBITDA. And then for the price, if you want to do a valuation bands chart, just another example. You can also do a PS valuation bands chart. Yeah, so that's just going to show you a valuation bands chart. Okay. Yeah, so that's another, that's one of our newer features that we added for the stock summary page. You can customize the stock summary page to your liking. Yeah. And then if you want to drag and drop sections on the stock summary page, then you can just drag and drop sections as follows. So that is. Okay, do y'all have any other questions about some of the tools that we have on our website? Yeah, so the customizations that you can do for the stock summary page, you can also customize the homepage dashboard too. If you want to add other if you want to create a new dashboard, you can create a new dashboard. And then if you create a new dashboard, you can also choose a dashboard. So let's say that you want to focus on the Guru and insider trades. Yeah, so insider trading just allows you to see which trades have been done. Yes, you'll be able to see the latest trades. Yeah, so, real-time insider trades. I'd like to know more about the DCF calculator. Yes, we can do that. Okay, the DCF calculator. So how the DCF calculator works is that you can base it either using earnings per share, or you can also do a free cash flow. And then if you base it on earnings, the two major parts of the DCF calculator, the DCF valuation, is that there is a growth stage and then there is a terminal stage. The growth stage part of the calculation involves growing the earnings per share at the 10-year earnings growth rate. And then once we pass the growth stage and we enter the terminal stage of the calculation is where we grow the stock at a slower growth rate after we finish the growth stage. So the terminal stage is basically like once you finish the fast growth stage, you will level off to some stable and lower growth rate. Reverse DCF computes the expected EPS growth rate. So basically how the reverse DCF model works is that the expected growth rate is the growth rate needed so that it will justify the fair value. So there is a page called the reverse DCF. Basically the main point for reverse DCF is that that this is the growth rate that earnings would have to grow in order to justify the fair value needed. So yeah. Okay. Any more questions about the website? If you only want to do a 5-year DCF, yes, for the 5-year DCF calculator, so let's say that we want to just do 5 years growth stage and then 5 years terminal stage. So instead of changing it to a 5, then we can just say, then we'll just change it to 5 years of growth, and then probably change it to and then maybe we should then use a 5-year growth rate, and then for the terminal stage, so Crocs. So for example, let's do CROX, the DCF. So let's just say that we change it to a 5 years, and then let's say, and then we're gonna have to, and then we'll just assume 5 years of growth at a 25% growth rate. Just an example. And then for the terminal stage, we can also consider 10 years of terminal stage growth, and then or if you want to assume that the terminal stage goes into perpetuity, then you can also make the terminal stage years more like 99. Okay, when I plot economic indicators in the interactive chart compared to price earnings, okay, so yes, on the interactive chart, me just do an example. Yeah, so for an example of using economic indicators in interactive charts. So for example, let's say that we look at ExxonMobil, and then we click on an economic indicator chart, and then we'll consider price, and then the PE ratio, and then let's also add as an economic indicator the crude oil prices. And yeah, let's make crude oil a different color. Yeah, so yeah, this chart now shows the price for ExxonMobil and then the price for the crude oil prices. And then yeah, so let's remove price earnings. The chart, yeah, so basically you can then see how the price of ExxonMobil compares to the price for the crude oil. And then if you want to also look at other, yeah, can you save the chart? Yes, you can save the chart as a template. Yeah, so you can save the current settings as a template. For example, let's say that this is a price and crude oil chart. So yes, you can save it. And then, yes, you can then also add this interactive chart into the stock summary dashboard. There's also a button called plus stock summary. And then if you click on the save, then this will add your price and crude oil chart to the stock summary page. So yeah, that's something that you can also do on the chart. You can save the chart as a template, and then you can also then add that chart to the stock summary dashboard. That's a new feature that we just added to our website. And then yes, and then when you save a chart, when you save a chart, you can then load the chart by clicking the templates button. For example, if you click on templates, and then you can also then do the price and crude oil chart. So then you'll be able to see how the price of Chevron changes with the crude oil price. So yeah, yes. Okay. Any more questions? So the price in crude oil chart, it's if you're gonna do economic indicators for your interactive charts, probably one thing that I would suggest is if you want to do the crude oil price, it usually makes sense only to do that for energy companies. Um, okay, so for XOM, okay, let me see. Okay, so XOM. Okay, so price and then cash flow from investing. And then issuance of stock. Yes. One thing that you can do is if you want to change change the axes for a particular graph. Yeah, so for example, so for example, I think we changed cash flow from investing to an axis 2, and then the issuance of stock, I'm going to put it into axis 3. Yeah, so basically if you want to set each chart, if you want to set an axis for each series, then you can change the series. Yeah, you can change the axis so that current price is on axis 1, and then the cash flow from investing is in axis 2, and then the issuance of stock is in axis 3, and then that way the three series will have different axes. And then to find the moving averages for the chart, there's a place called technical data, which allows you to graph simple moving averages, and then the EMA, which is the exponent moving average. You can add a simple moving average to the chart. Thank you my pleasure for that. And then we'll also have, and then you can also do an EMA chart. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I think another way that you can do simple moving averages is the technical indicators tool. Yeah, so this is just another way that you can add a simple moving average to the chart. So there's a simple moving average under technical data, and then there's also a simple moving average for the economic indicators. Okay. Okay. Do you have any other more questions about the charts and then other tools that we have on our website? Okay, if there are no more questions, then then I'll just do some closing comments. If you have further questions or if you want to reach out to us, we have several ways that you can reach out. If you look at the tutorials page, so the tutorials pages just allows you to the tutorial pages allow you to view some information about how to get started on GuruFocus, and then we also have tutorials on each of our key features. And then if you also want to reach out to me individually, we also have something called the one-on-one free sessions. If you click on the request a tutorial button, you will be able to select a time to schedule a one-on-one session with me, and then you can also reach out to me that way. And then we also have a live chat support system, and then you can also reach out to me. You can also reach out through the support tickets. Okay, so I thank you all for attending, and I hope to see you in a different session.